and we specialize in QuickBooks Online, Microsoft Office, and of course, all things Apple. And so we have been doing our Live from the OWLS Nest every couple of weeks just to kind of give you guys some updates and let you know what's going on in our little nest. And so we're going to kick it off with Alicia and say, hey, Alicia, how's QuickBooks World?
Well, we've got two big announcements this week. The first one is that if you have been using QuickBooks payments for your merchant services and taking ACH payments, basically electronic checks, they are changing the rates and getting everybody on the same one. Because in the past, some people were paying nothing and some people were paying 50 cents a transaction. Some people were paying $1 and some people were paying $3. So they've kind of met it in the middle so that everybody is now going to be paying 1% for 1% for each ACH payment with a maximum of $10. So if you're moving like $20,000 at a shot, you're not only going to be charged $10 for it. And since, I've had it free now for years and years and years, I certainly don't mind paying those additional little bits of fees. The other big announcement is that they are retiring the desktop app for QuickBooks Online, which is kind of an anachronism.
What does that mean?
Yeah, I know, right?
Okay.
It's online software, but there's a desktop app for it. There used to be a PC app and a Mac app that were native apps on the computer that just basically had an iframe that pulled in the data from the web. So you still had to be connected to the web anyway. And their idea was that it was faster and it didn't have shorter reload times. But, anytime I tried to use it, I actually felt hindered and hampered in my experience.
Oh, I remember. It's that one that didn't work.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it worked, but it didn't work great. And, they would say, well, you can open up multiple windows, but you can do that in QuickBooks Online just by opening up multiple tabs in your browser. So it really didn't have any major value added. And I haven't actually heard anybody say, oh my God, they're doing away with the app. What am I going to do? So just know that if you have been using the app, you are going to need to start logging in through your browser instead. Chrome is the recommended browser, and Chrome Incognito gives you the cleanest experience.
Well, things are changing.
Always changing.
Always changing.
Always changing.
Well, that's wonderful that we know.
Wonderful that they tell us.
There we go. In the Apple world, there's not a ton of stuff going on with Apple right now. We're expecting an announcement event at the end of March. It's supposed to be in the middle of March, got pushed to the end of March, and now it's got pushed to April, if even then. So we're going to find out. The HomePod got discontinued. That was a new thing. They're going to focus on HomePod minis, but they are not going to manufacture any more HomePods. So if you want the bigger, badder HomePod, you got to buy one now while they're in stock for anybody who's still carrying them, because they're not coming off the manufacturing line anymore. So those are a couple little things just to know about. But let's talk a little bit about some of the Royalwise stuff. Mm-hmm. We got a new employee, so we want to welcome Peyton Miller to the Royalwise team. He's our new content marketing guru, and so all the things you see hitting our social media and our MailChimp newsletters are all Peyton doing a great job for us. So welcome aboard. We're super happy to have you. And if you go to the Royalwise.com website and check out the blog area, there's a blog article that's all about it. Mm-hmm. Another blog article that just came out that I want to mention is a program that I've kind of been doing for years now, but we're just kind of formalizing it. So we call it the Robin Hood program, but it's Let Jamie Be Your Robin Hood. Basically, I've been taking people's old computers, refurbing them, and then donating them to local families and local people, that, especially recently with kids needing distance learning computers, or maybe there's a household that's got 3 kids and they don't have 3 computers for the kids, or sharing them, which is really hard to do when you're distance learning. So basically, if you need a new machine or a new computer, a new phone, feel free to give me a call and I'll help you pick out the exact right one for you. Make sure that you get a big enough hard drive or that you have enough memory for what you're using it for. And then if you don't already have someone to give the old machine to, I'll just take it away, and either we will refurb it, delete your data, and hand it off to somebody in need, and or recycle it properly, which is also very important because all the heavy metals in those devices. And so that's, again, I've been doing it for years, but we're just kind of formalizing it and letting people know that if you need help purchasing, feel free to reach out. I'm always happy to give good advice, or the best advice I can. And then we can make sure that those computers don't go into landfills, which is what we really, really don't want to do. Mm-hmm. So that's the Royalwise scoop.
Yeah.
You got anything else over there?
The one other thing that I wanted to let you know about is I spent yesterday recording an intermediate Word class. Now, you all know me through the QuickBooks world, but I've actually been Microsoft Office certified for going on 40 years now. And so I did a course specifically about how to use QuickBooks to how to use Microsoft Word to format reports for work, reports for school, or books if you're self-publishing and you want to know the proper way of formatting your books to get for publishing on Amazon or Smashwords or other publications. So that course is in editing right now and will be out in about a week or so. I'm really happy to see it added to our library.
And available on demand, so you
demand.
can buy it and watch it the minute you buy it. I got some classes coming up too. So this Friday, I'm doing my Safari class, and a lot of people are like, I don't need a class on Safari. But some of the stuff we go over is how to organize your bookmarks, what's the reading list, what are the iCloud tabs. If you don't know what all these terms are, there's a lot going on in Safari that you may not be aware of. So that's a great class to really get up to speed with what that web browser is capable of doing. And then the next 2 weeks after that, I'm doing my photos series. My photos class is 4.5 hours. So first 2 hours is organizing, and then an hour of editing, an hour of sharing, and then a half hour of projects, making books and calendars, which Photos doesn't do natively anymore. You need a plugin called Mimeo or Motif. There's a couple of plugins. So if you use the Photos app on your computer, feel free to come and learn with me all about how to use that app.
And I just have one more thing to add before we go for today. But next week I am teaching a class about QuickBooks Payments Merchant Services. So I did mention that they're changing the ACH rates. So if you want to learn the ins and outs and all the benefits of actually integrating your merchant services and being able to take credit cards from right inside QuickBooks, there's so many ways of making it less labor intensive and get magic money showing up in your bank account.
Magic money?
Magic money.
Oh, I want magic money.
Yeah, so come and join me next Wednesday, and you can find out about the class by looking at the calendar at learn.royalwise.com.
Or just royalwise.com. Just go straight to royalwise.com, hit that calendar, and come and take some classes with us. And with that, thank you for joining us here live on the Alice Nest. This is Alicia.
That's Jamie.
Okay, you guys have a great day. Thanks.
See you in class.